Fang-toothed fish. Just by the name, you know that these fishes have one of the most terrifying looking sets of teeth in the deep sea. Fang-toothed fish teeth are so big that they can't close their mouths. So much so that the size of their teeth helps them secure prey or predators much larger than themselves. They are little over 6 inches in length and are among the deepest living fish, found as far as 5,000 meters below sea level. As compared to other deep-sea fishes, fangtooths are known to be robust, as they have been able to live in aquariums for months, despite conditions very different from their usual deep-sea habitat. Blob sculpin. Although this fish is big-mouthed, it's actually It's a unique-looking fish that has a minuscule amount of bones and muscles and has loose, flabby skin that requires deep-sea water pressure to thrive. Most of its lifetime is spent without movement, aside for the mating season. The female lays eggs, and the males guard the nest by standing next to them. The head is broad and flattened. The eyes are large and separated with curvy, fleshy lips. Their maximum length is 70 centimeters, and they are found at depths between 1,300 and 3,000 meters. Gharial crocodile. You could say that they are the old versions of crocodile species that are among the longest of all living crocodile species. Their jaws are much different than usual crocodiles, having a long, narrow snout with 110 sharp and interlocking teeth. This makes them well adapted to catching fish. Gharial crocodiles are 2 to 6 meters long, depending on the gender, and are usually found in rivers of Southeast Asian countries. Over the last century, the population of this crocodile species has declined sharply enough that they have been listed as critically endangered. Mountain chicken frog. This footage was taken at the Durrell Wildlife Conservation Trust in Jersey, showing a parent giant ditch frog feeding its offspring. Since the food is rare in its habitat, they lay unfertilized eggs for the young to feed on. The mother frog uses its hind legs to push tadpoles away so that the other set can eat as well. It is also referred to as mountain chicken frog, as its meat tastes like chicken. Giant ditch frog is a critically endangered species of frog that also happens to be one of the world's largest species as well. In 2010, 50 of these frogs were moved to a secure location to save the species from extinction. Venezuelan poodle moth. Of all the insects that we know of, Venezuelan poodle moth is probably the most adorable one of them all. It was first photographed in 2009 by a Kyrgyzstani zoologist, Dr. Arthur Anker, in Gran Sabana region of Venezuela. Due to its resemblance to that of a poodle and discovery in Venezuela, it was called poodle moth Venezuela. It is around an inch in length, but remains an unidentified species of moth due to its rare appearance. Ghost shark. Now, this is indeed a terrifying, zombie-like underwater dweller. Unlike other sharks that generate propulsion using their tails, ghost sharks move by gliding through the water like ghosts. They have upper jaws fused into their skull, and eyes that are backed with a reflective tissue layer that makes them partially glow in the dark. These sharks typically are found in southern Australia, including Tasmania, and south of East Cape and Kaipara Harbour in New Zealand, at depths between 0 to 200 meters. Huntsman spider. A spider this huge in the midst of molting is something we don't see normally. A huntsman is one of the biggest, most venomous spiders, and is known by this name because of their speed and mode of hunting. An average huntsman spider's leg span can reach up to 5 inches, while their bodies measure about 0.7 inches long. Despite its impressive size and appearance, this spider species is not life-threatening, but can give a really bad time to a person if stung. Titicaca water frog. Titicaca water frogs inhabit the high-altitude South American lake, which is 3,810 meters above sea level. Due to the high altitude, this lake has very limited oxygen available, which is where the loose, baggy skin of these frogs comes in handy. The folds of their skin on its entire body exist to extract as much oxygen as possible from the water. Upon instances of oxygen level drop, they tend to make moves similar to push-ups, which increases the flow of water over its thin, baggy skin, which results in a boost of oxygen level. They are over half a meter long and weigh over 500 grams each. Peacock spider. Unlike peacocks, these spiders have to go the extra mile to impress a mate, besides their colorful appearance. They tend to do so by showing their mating dance moves. To date, over 48 different species of peacock spiders have been discovered, with each having distinct dancing moves and appearance. The males approach the female by waving their colorful body, and if females are attracted, they reciprocate by signaling with a third pair of legs. Males, like other spider species, risk their life approaching the female, because if the females have already mated, they can kill them, or worse, feed on them. Alien sea creature. This octopus-like sea creature was discovered when a remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, was dispatched 1,144 meters under the Indian Ocean to a drilled wellhead off the east coast of Africa. It was completely bad and had red, green, blue colored lights glowing in its body, almost as if it were a gaming system of some kind. Minutes later, the creature disappeared as the ROV got closer. Another similar sighting was made the very next day at the depth of 2,183 meters, but this time it was completely pink. Fish with 3 legs. Besides using their tails to move, these fishes can also choose to stand or walk on the ocean floor. Tripod fish species have elongated fin rays in the tail and 2 pelvic fins that help it to stand in the deep ocean floor like a tripod to hunt for food. These fins may seem to be presumably stiff, but are flexible once fluids are pumped in. Each one of these individuals has male and female reproductive organs that they can use if they can't find a mate. They are 17 inches long, with fins that stretch over a meter, and are found in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans at depths from 878 to 4,720 meters. Mantis shrimp. Of all the crustaceans, mantis shrimp is probably the most dangerous shellfish in the ocean. They have powerful claws, but are of 2 kinds, spearer and smasher. These are used to attack and kill prey or predators, either by spearing or dismembering, as they strike with great power. They have the fastest known punch in the animal kingdom underwater. Mantis shrimp typically are found in many shallow, tropical, and subtropical marine habitats, as they spend most of their lives sheltering in burrows and holes. They grow to around 3.9 inches in length, sometimes even as far as 15 inches. Moving on to the subscriber's pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Workers from an offshore oil rig took this picture 6 months ago from an undisclosed location, showing a huge alien-like beast that was staring at them right out of the window. In panic, they rushed to the surface of the rig and only captured a glimpse of this creature straight from the horror movies of the surface. According to them, this beast was as blue as the blue whale, although not as aggressive as it seemed initially. If you know more about this incident or have an opinion, please do share it with us down in the comments. Giant tube worms. Riftia pachyptila are a towering colony of giant tube worms that form over deep-sea hydrothermal vents. They grow like algae, where heat and sulfur pour into the ocean and expand their red gills to reach more oxygenated and cooler water. Unlike most animal species, these worms don't need food as they don't have a gut. They host bacteria inside of them to convert minerals from the vents into energy. In circumstances of volcanic activity deep beneath the seafloor shifts, the hot, mineral-rich water stops flowing and kills the entire colony. However, when a new hydrothermal vent pops up, giant tubeworm larvae quickly settle and colonize them, even if it's hundreds of miles away. Thank you very much for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos.